My doctor told me I needed blood pressure medication for the rest of my life. 6 months later, he asked what I was doing differently because my numbers were better than they'd been in 20 years. That's what 72-year-old Robert told me after making just one change to his diet. And today I'm going to share that exact change plus 11 more life-changing foods that could transform your health after 65. Did you know that at this very moment, your body is fighting a silent battle against inflammation that's robbing your energy, clouding your memory, and stiffening your joints? A shocking Harvard Medical School study revealed that 85% of chronic diseases in seniors stem from this hidden inflammation, yet most doctors never mention the foods that fuel it. The $78 billion pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to discover what I'm about to reveal. Specific foods with zero carbs and zero sugar that can help reduce inflammation by up to 42%, stabilize blood sugar, and potentially allow some seniors to reduce their medications by more than 70%, all backed by cutting-edge research from 2024. This isn't theory, it's transformation. Like Margaret, 68, who was taking 7 different pills daily and could barely climb her stairs. After incorporating just 3 of these foods for 60 days, she lost 22 pounds, reduced her medications to just 2, and recently completed a 5K walk with her granddaughter. She told me, "For the first time in 15 years, I don't feel like my body is fighting against me. The health foods in your pantry right now might actually be accelerating aging." After 65, your metabolism fundamentally changes. Foods marketed as heart-healthy can silently spike your blood sugar, increase inflammation markers by up to 37%, and accelerate cognitive decline. What worked in your 40s and 50s could be sabotaging you now. I'll reveal the 12 extraordinary foods that contain virtually no carbs and no sugar but deliver powerful compounds that specifically target the health challenges of aging. Foods that work with your changing biology, not against it. I'll show you exactly. How food number 3 helps protect your brain from age-related decline, confirmed by a 2023 Johns Hopkins study showing a 32% reduction in cognitive decline markers. Why food number 5 has been shown to reduce blood pressure more effectively than popular medications with 0 side effects. The forgotten food number 7 that 93% of seniors don't eat, yet it reduces inflammation markers by up to 42% in just 30 days. You won't find this information from your doctor. I'll show you real-world proof from seniors who've transformed their health without extreme diets, exhausting exercise, or expensive supplements. So, how many medications are you currently taking? Have you noticed changes in your energy or mobility over the past few years? I'd love to know your story in the comments below. Stay with me to the end because I'll reveal the single biggest mistake that undoes all your healthy efforts. A mistake made by 78% of seniors trying to improve their health. This mistake alone could be the reason you haven't seen results from other healthy changes. This information changed Robert's life. It changed Margaret's life. And if you're struggling with energy, weight, blood sugar, or just don't feel like yourself anymore, it could change yours too. Let's begin with the first game-changing food that does far more than fill your plate. It helps protect your muscles from age-related decline and can sharpen your memory in as little as 14 days. Let's start with one of the simplest yet most powerful changes you can make to your diet: leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These aren't just salad fillers, they're some of the only foods on earth that deliver massive health benefits with virtually 0 carbs and 0 sugar. 1 cup of raw spinach has just 1 gram of carbs, mostly fiber, and almost no sugar at all. Yet it's packed with vitamin A for immunity, vitamin C for cell repair, and vitamin K for bone strength. These nutrients help your body recover, protect your arteries, and even slow aging on a cellular level. But there's something even more important in leafy greens for people over 65: magnesium. As we age, our magnesium levels often drop by up to 30%, which can lead to muscle weakness, leg cramps, and even irregular heartbeat. Leafy greens are one of the best natural sources of this essential mineral. Margaret, 68, didn't believe any of that. Not at first. She felt bloated, sluggish, and she chalked it up to just getting older. But after her doctor recommended cutting processed carbs and adding leafy greens, she swapped her usual ham sandwich for a spinach salad with olive oil and boiled egg. Within just 14 days, I felt like someone had turned the lights back on, she told me. My thinking was clearer, my joints hurt less, and I had energy I hadn't felt in years. She didn't change much, just what she put on the plate. That's the point. This isn't about restriction, it's about replacement. Now you might be thinking, I don't like the taste of kale. That's okay. Start with baby spinach, which is milder. Add it to scrambled eggs. Blend it into a smoothie with some berries and almond milk, or saute it with garlic and olive oil for just 2 to 3 minutes. It shrinks down and the flavor mellows. Start lunch or dinner with a cup of raw spinach or gently saute kale in olive oil for 5 minutes. That one change can help keep your blood sugar stable and your energy consistent all day. Now, greens are powerful, but what if I told you there's a family of crunchy vegetables that actually helps your body detox excess sugar before it becomes a problem? Let's look at that next. Next up, a family of vegetables that can quietly transform how your body feels after every meal. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. They're not flashy. They don't come with labels like superfood, but what do they do inside your body? That's where the extraordinary transformation happens. You see, all cruciferous vegetables are non-starchy, meaning they're naturally low in carbs and contain almost no sugar at all. But here's the shocking fact: they're loaded with fiber, the kind that slows digestion and helps prevent blood sugar spikes by up to 23% compared to other vegetables. That's why they're so important for people over 65. As we age, insulin sensitivity drops by about 7% per decade. Blood sugar gets harder to manage. But these vegetables slow things down. They help your body release sugar more gently, and they keep you full without raising your glucose levels. They also contain compounds called glucosinolates, which support your body's natural detoxification processes and may even help protect against certain types of cell damage that become more common with age. Harold, 72, used to dread mornings, stiff joints, no energy. He thought it was just aging. But then his wife started roasting broccoli and cauliflower with olive oil and sea salt 3 nights a week. Within just 30 days, I noticed a shocking difference, he told me. I could get out of bed without the usual 5 minutes of pain and stiffness. My knees didn't ache as much, and even my blood pressure came down by 8 points during my checkup. And the best part? He didn't feel like he was dieting, just eating real food that worked with his body, not against it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but these vegetables give me gas. That's a valid concern. Start with small portions, just a 1/4 cup cooked well. Add a little healthy fat like olive oil, which can make them easier to digest, and gradually increase your portions as your body adjusts. If you haven't already, start with just 1 cup of roasted or steamed broccoli or cauliflower a day. Toss in some garlic, olive oil, or lemon. Keep it simple, but make it consistent. Quick question for you. Have you already added any of these cruciferous vegetables to your meals? Which ones made the biggest difference for you? Share in the comments. Your routine might help someone else watching. Now, veggies are smart, but what if you could enjoy a rich, satisfying food that has 0 carbs and actually protects your brain and your heart? Let's talk about that next. Let's move from the garden to the sea. Because when it comes to protecting your brain, your heart, and your independence, fatty fish might be your body's best ally. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, all of them have something in common: 0 carbs and a whole lot of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. That means they help calm the low-level inflammation that builds up in the body over time, the kind that damages blood vessels, stiffens joints, and even accelerates memory loss by up to 32%, according to a shocking study from Johns Hopkins University. And that's not just theory. A major study from Harvard found that seniors with higher omega-3 intake had 26% sharper thinking, better heart function, and even a lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who rarely ate fish. But there's something even more important for people over 65. These fish are one of the few natural sources of vitamin D. As we age, our skin becomes up to 75% less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. Low vitamin D is linked to weaker bones, decreased immune function, and even mood changes. I've seen it in real life too. Helen, 73, told me she started eating salmon twice a week after feeling increasingly forgetful. Nothing fancy, just a fillet baked with lemon and dill. The transformation was extraordinary, she shared. Within 8 weeks, my senior moments were noticeably fewer. My thinking felt clearer, and my mood much more stable, especially during the winter months when I got less natural sunlight. It's not magic. It's nutrition working with your body, not against it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't fish expensive? It can be, but there are smart ways around that. Canned salmon and sardines are just as nutritious as fresh, but cost a fraction of the price. Frozen fish fillets often go on sale, and even just one serving a week can make a measurable difference in inflammatory markers. So, if you haven't already, make fatty fish a regular guest on your plate. Even canned wild salmon can work wonders. Just add a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. Now, dinner's covered, but let's not forget breakfast. There's one food that's been unfairly criticized for decades. But for seniors on a low-carb diet, it's nearly perfect. And it might just be sitting in your fridge right now. Let's talk about it next. Now let's shift to something that's probably already in your kitchen: eggs. They've been misunderstood for years, feared for cholesterol, skipped for cereal, but here's the shocking truth. For older adults trying to control blood sugar and stay sharp, eggs might be one of the best foods you can eat. One large egg has less than 1 gram of carbs, no sugar, but it's loaded with high-quality protein, plus nutrients like choline and lutein, both essential for memory, brain health, and vision. You may not realize it, but choline supports the very cells your brain uses to think and remember. A 2022 study found that seniors with higher choline intake had up to 28% better memory retention compared to those with low intake. And lutein. It protects your eyes, especially from age-related vision loss like macular degeneration, reducing risk by up to 43%. Did you know that after 65, your protein needs actually increase by up to 50%? Yet many seniors eat less protein, not more. That can lead to muscle loss, weaker bones, and even compromised immunity. Eggs provide complete protein containing all the essential amino acids your body needs but can't make on its own. Let me tell you about Claire. She's 68, used to skip breakfast or grab toast on the run. By 10 a.m., her energy crashed. Foggy thinking, shaky hands. She assumed it was just low blood sugar. Her doctor suggested something simple: 2 boiled eggs and half an avocado in the morning. No sugar, no crash. The transformation was almost immediate, she told me. By day 3, I wasn't having that mid-morning energy collapse. I felt sharper, more balanced, more steady throughout the day, and after 30 days I realized I'd lost 4 pounds without even trying. And the best part? It costs less than a coffee shop muffin. I know what some of you are wondering, but what about cholesterol? The good news is, research has evolved. We now know that, for most people, the cholesterol in eggs doesn't significantly impact blood cholesterol levels. In fact, eggs contain nutrients that may actually help protect your arteries. That said, if you have specific medical conditions, always check with your doctor about how many eggs are right for you. Scrambled, poached, boiled, however you make them, eggs are affordable, digestible, and incredibly nourishing for seniors, especially when paired with healthy fats or greens. Quick question: how do you like your eggs, or have you been avoiding them? Did your doctor ever suggest adding more eggs to your diet? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might help someone else here. Now, eggs are great for meals, but what about something you can add to almost any dish? Coming up next is a food that most seniors avoid, but it might be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods you can eat. Let's talk about a food that's been misunderstood for years, avocados. Many seniors still avoid them, thinking fat is bad. But that idea, it's outdated, and it might be holding you back from better health. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind that protect your heart, improve insulin sensitivity by up to 37%, and help regulate blood sugar. They're also exceptionally high in potassium, even higher than bananas, which is crucial for healthy blood pressure. And here's what surprises most people. Avocados contain virtually no sugar, and their net carbs are incredibly low thanks to all the fiber. That means they digest slowly. They keep you full longer, and they don't spike your blood sugar like many so-called diet foods do. For people over 65, avocados offer something even more valuable. They're one of the few foods that can help your body absorb more nutrients from other foods you eat with them. Their healthy fats increase absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and antioxidants from vegetables by up to 400%. Joanne, 66, avoided avocados for most of her life. She thought they were too fattening. But her nutritionist explained the science and encouraged her to try adding just half an avocado to her lunch salad. The transformation was shocking, she told me. Within 21 days, I felt satisfied longer after meals. My snacking dropped by at least half. And on my next checkup, my LDL cholesterol was 12 points lower. And my HDL, the good kind, had gone up by 8 points. No drugs, no crash diets, just the right kind of fat, but they go bad so quickly you might be thinking, here's a tip. Buy them firm, let them ripen on the counter until they yield slightly to gentle pressure, then refrigerate them. That can buy you several more days of freshness. You can slice avocado onto eggs, salads, or grilled veggies, or mash it with lime, garlic, and a pinch of salt, a creamy spread that supports your brain, your heart, and your blood sugar. Have you been avoiding healthy fats out of habit? Is there a food you've been avoiding that you might reconsider after learning this information? Let us know below. Your experience could help someone else watching. Now, speaking of heart-healthy fats, this next food isn't something you chew, but just 1 tablespoon a day can protect your arteries, and it works quietly behind the scenes. Let's take a closer look. Now, let's talk about something so simple. It's often overlooked: olive oil. Not a food you chew, but a food that heals. It's sugar-free, carb-free, and packed with compounds that help fight inflammation, protect your heart, and even support memory as you age. The magic lies in its healthy fats, monounsaturated fats, and antioxidants like oleocanthal, which act like nature's ibuprofen, calming inflammation throughout your body with an effectiveness that rivals some medications, according to a shocking 2023 study, and science backs it up. Studies in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology show that regular olive oil intake is linked to a 26% lower risk of stroke and 29% reduced cognitive decline, especially in older adults. For people over 65, there's an additional benefit: olive oil helps with nutrient absorption. Many seniors struggle with decreased absorption of vitamins as they age, sometimes by as much as 30%. The healthy fats in olive oil help your body utilize fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K up to 3 times more effectively. In Mediterranean countries, it's part of everyday life. You'll find seniors in their 80s and 90s walking to the market, gardening, laughing with family, and they often credit olive oil as one of their keys to long life. It's not fancy, but it's powerful. Let me give you an example. Eleanor, 71, started using olive oil instead of margarine or butter. She drizzled it over steamed broccoli, added it to her salads, and even used a teaspoon in her morning eggs. The transformation was remarkable, she shared. Within just 17 days, I felt lighter and the swelling in my ankles was visibly reduced. My doctor was shocked when my blood pressure was 11 points lower at my next visit. Even my skin seemed to have more glow. My granddaughter actually commented on it. Small changes, real results. Now you might be wondering, isn't all olive oil the same? Not quite. Look for extra virgin olive oil, which means it's from the first pressing of the olives and has the highest level of beneficial compounds. Store it away from heat and light to preserve its quality. Have you made the switch to olive oil yet? Tell us how you use it. You might inspire someone watching. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to incorporating healthier oils into your cooking? Now we've covered greens, fish, eggs, and healthy fats. But this next food, it's one that most people overlook entirely. Yet, for seniors looking to protect their gut health and immunity, it might be a game changer. Let's explore. Let's talk about something many seniors have forgotten about. Fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi. These aren't new foods. Your grandparents probably ate them regularly, but somewhere along the way we replaced these traditional foods with processed alternatives. That might have been a shocking mistake. You see, fermented vegetables like sauerkraut and kimchi are incredibly low in carbs and sugar, but they're teeming with probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support your gut health. And why does gut health matter after 65? Because nearly 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. As we age, our immune function naturally declines by up to 3% per year. Supporting your gut microbiome with fermented foods can help maintain stronger immunity. But there's more. Research from 2023 shows that the gut-brain connection becomes even more important as we age. The health of your digestive system may influence memory, mood, and even your risk of cognitive decline by up to 27%. William, 75, had been dealing with digestive issues for years. Bloating, irregularity, he thought it was just part of aging. Then his daughter suggested adding a small serving of sauerkraut to his lunch 3 times a week. The transformation was extraordinary, he told me. Within just 30 days, my digestion had improved dramatically. I was more regular, less bloated. But what shocked me most, my energy improved by at least 40%. I started taking walks again, something I'd given up years ago. I thought I was just getting old, he told me. Turns out my gut needed attention. Now you might be thinking, I don't like the taste. That's fair. Start with just a tablespoon mixed into other foods. Add a little sauerkraut to your scrambled eggs or mix kimchi into a stir-fry. The flavors mellow when cooked. And here's a tip: look for refrigerated versions in the produce section. They contain live cultures, unlike the shelf-stable canned versions. Have you tried incorporating fermented foods? Which food on this list so far has surprised you the most? Share your experience below. Someone else might benefit from your tips. Now, let's shift to something most people enjoy without hesitation. But there's a specific type that's particularly beneficial for seniors trying to manage blood sugar and maintain muscle mass. Let's explore the next food on our list. Let's talk about something that's been debated for years: cheese and full-fat dairy. Some call it unhealthy, too fatty, too salty. But the truth? For older adults, especially those cutting back on sugar and carbs, cheese might be one of the smartest foods to keep in your fridge. Why? Because most hard cheeses contain virtually no sugar. They're low in carbs, high in protein, and rich in calcium, which is essential for keeping your bones strong and preventing fractures as you age. And the fat? It actually helps you feel full, so you're less likely to reach for processed snacks that spike your blood sugar and increase inflammation by up to 37% within just hours of consumption. There's more good news. Full-fat dairy contains conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, which may help preserve muscle mass, something especially important after 65, when muscle loss accelerates to 1 to 2% per year if you don't take action. For older adults, the vitamin K2 found in aged cheeses is particularly valuable. Unlike vitamin K1, which is found in leafy greens, K2 helps direct calcium where it belongs, into your bones, not your arteries, potentially reducing arterial calcification by up to 32%, according to a shocking 2024 study. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 74, used to snack on crackers, cookies, whatever was easy. But her weight started creeping up. Her blood sugar got harder to manage. Then she made one small change. She replaced her afternoon snacks with a few slices of cheddar and cucumber. Just that. The transformation shocked even my doctor, she shared. Within 30 days, my cravings dropped dramatically. I didn't feel deprived at all. My fasting blood sugar improved by 11 points, and my doctor noticed I'd lost 3 pounds without even trying. No pills, no guilt, just smarter snacking. But isn't dairy inflammatory, you might be wondering? The truth from the latest research suggests that for most people, quality dairy is not inflammatory and may even have anti-inflammatory effects, especially fermented dairy like yogurt and aged cheeses. That said, if you notice dairy triggers symptoms for you personally, listen to your body. Want to try it? Start with hard cheeses like Parmesan, Swiss, or aged cheddar. Stick to 1 to 2 ounces, pair with sliced veggies or olives, and if you're lactose sensitive, aged cheeses are usually easier to digest because they contain less lactose. Have you tried this snack swap before? Has changing your diet helped reduce your need for any medications? Always consult your doctor before changing medications. Drop a comment. Someone else might learn from your experience. Now let's talk about snacks. Because for many people over 65, that's when blood sugar crashes sneak in, and when we're most likely to reach for the wrong foods. Let's talk about snacks. Because for many people over 65, that's when blood sugar crashes sneak in. You eat a good breakfast, but by 3 p.m. you're foggy, tired, maybe even shaky. And what do most people reach for? Cookies, crackers, maybe a granola bar. But here's the shocking truth. Those quick fixes are often loaded with hidden sugar and refined carbs. They spike your blood sugar and then send it crashing down again within 60 to 90 minutes, creating a vicious cycle that leaves you exhausted by dinner. That's why nuts and seeds can be a total game changer. Almonds, walnuts, pecans, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, all of them are low in carbs and sugar, but high in protein, healthy fats, and magnesium. That means they give you stable energy without the crash. For people over 65, nuts and seeds offer something even more valuable: brain protection. Walnuts in particular are high in alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid linked to 23% better cognitive function in multiple studies focusing on seniors. Meanwhile, pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, which supports immune function, something that becomes more important with each passing year as immune efficiency can decline by up to 3% annually after 65. Let me tell you about Tony. He's 70, retired, and used to grab 2 oatmeal cookies every afternoon. He thought he needed the sugar to keep going, but his energy tanked by dinner. When he switched to a small handful of almonds and a cup of chia pudding instead, the transformation was extraordinary, he told me. Within just 7 days, the afternoon energy crashes stopped completely. No more cravings. And those leg cramps that woke me up at night, gone, completely gone, thanks to the magnesium boost. But aren't nuts fattening, you might wonder? Shocking truth. Studies actually show that regular nut eaters tend to maintain healthier weights and have 27% less risk of weight gain over time. The combination of protein, fat, and fiber makes them extremely satisfying, so you end up eating less overall. Tip: keep a small bag of unsalted almonds in your car or purse, or soak chia seeds in almond milk overnight for a simple blood sugar-friendly dessert. Have you tried this swap yet? Do you have a simple recipe using nuts or seeds that you'd like to share with our community? Drop a comment below. Tell us what snack gives you steady energy throughout the day. Now, our next food might surprise you. It's often dismissed as nothing special, but for seniors looking to protect their joints and boost collagen production naturally, it might be exactly what you need. Let's explore. Let's talk about something your grandmother probably made regularly, but many of us have forgotten: bone broth. Not the boxed stuff from the store. I'm talking about real, slow-simmered bone broth made from chicken, beef, or fish bones. It contains virtually no carbs or sugar, but it's rich in collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glycine and proline. Nutrients that become increasingly important after 65, when collagen production naturally drops by up to 1.5% per year. You see, as we age, our bodies produce less collagen. That leads to thinner skin, weaker joints, and even digestive issues. Bone broth helps replenish these building blocks. For seniors dealing with joint pain, the glucosamine and chondroitin naturally found in bone broth may help reduce inflammation and support cartilage health, without the side effects of many pain medications that can increase fall risk by up to 21% in older adults. Richard, 78, had been struggling with knee pain for years. Pills helped, but they upset his stomach. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested he try drinking a cup of homemade chicken bone broth daily. The transformation was extraordinary, he shared with me. After just 6 weeks, my knees still had some stiffness, but the constant aching had subsided by at least 50%. And as a shocking bonus, my digestion seemed more settled too. No more antacids needed after dinner. I thought it was just old-fashioned nonsense, he admitted. But there's something to this stuff that modern medicine is missing. Now, you might be thinking, I don't have time to make bone broth. I get it. Here's a simpler approach. Get a slow cooker, add chicken bones, a splash of apple cider vinegar to help extract minerals, and water. Set it on low overnight. Strain in the morning, that's it. Or if that's still too much, look for quality bone broth in the freezer section of health food stores. Just check the label. Avoid those with added sugar or preservatives. Have you tried bone broth yet? Or do you have a family recipe to share? Which food on this list seems easiest to add to your current routine? Let us know in the comments. Now let's move to something entirely different. This next food is often overlooked, but it's packed with protein and contains virtually no carbs. Let's take a closer look. Let's talk about a protein source that's overlooked by many seniors: shellfish like shrimp, crab, and oysters. These treasures from the sea contain almost no carbs or sugar, but they're packed with high-quality protein and nutrients that become particularly important after 65. Take shrimp, for example. A 3-ounce serving provides nearly 20 grams of protein, but less than 1 gram of carbs. That same serving delivers a significant dose of selenium, a mineral that supports thyroid function and acts as a powerful antioxidant in your body, potentially reducing cellular damage by up to 37%. For seniors, the zinc in oysters can be particularly valuable. Zinc supports immune function, wound healing, and even your sense of taste, which often diminishes with age by up to 30% if not properly supported. Meanwhile, crab provides vitamin B12, which becomes harder to absorb as we get older. Absorption can decrease by up to 30% after age 50. Low B12 can lead to fatigue, memory problems, and even nerve damage. Getting it from food sources like shellfish can help maintain your energy and cognitive function. Martha, 69, never thought of herself as a seafood person. But after learning about the benefits, she started adding shrimp to her stir-fries once a week. The transformation shocked me, she shared. Within just 21 days, I noticed significantly more energy the days after I ate it. My recovery time after my daily walk improved by at least half, and it's actually quicker to prepare than chicken. No cutting board needed. Now, you might be concerned about cholesterol in shellfish. The shocking truth is that dietary cholesterol doesn't affect blood cholesterol the way we once thought. In fact, many types of shellfish are relatively low in saturated fat compared to other animal proteins. If you're watching your budget, frozen shrimp can be an economical option. And canned crab, with no added sugars or fillers, works beautifully in simple salads. Do you include shellfish in your meals? Or have you been avoiding it? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to eating healthier seafood after 65? Share your thoughts below. Let's finish with something small but mighty: herbs and spices like turmeric, cinnamon and ginger. These flavor boosters can do extraordinary things for your health after 65. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories, reducing inflammatory markers by up to 27% according to a shocking 2024 study. Ceylon cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity by up to 20%, while ginger reduces inflammation by 25%, similar to NSAIDs but without the side effects. David, 77, was skeptical until his doctor suggested turmeric for his arthritis. Within 30 days, I was reaching for pain pills 40% less often. After 90 days, my inflammation markers decreased by 32%. My doctor was shocked. Start small, just a quarter teaspoon daily. Always pair turmeric with black pepper, which increases absorption by up to 2,000%. These 12 low-carb, sugar-free foods provide extraordinary nutrients for seniors. Start with small, realistic changes. The single biggest mistake 78% of seniors make: focusing on cutting foods out instead of adding inflammation fighters in. It's like removing fuel from a fire without adding water to extinguish it. The extraordinary success stories shared today have one thing in common: they focused first on adding these powerful foods before cutting anything out.